Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk Virgin to Me. Oh my goodness, I am back in the actual Studio F, and we're going to talk about Brilliant Lady Entertainment. Well, I'm super excited to be back in Studio F because I feel like I haven't been here in forever. I gotta be honest. It was a long haul. It was an amazing time. But if you have not heard, Kelly and I actually, who should be here with me doing this, but unfortunately she was a little bit busy. So I wanted to get it out to you guys about the entertainment. So I'm solo without my partner in crime. So we're going to talk about the entertainment. So I was just on Friends and Family with Kelly. We did the crossing, and then we also did the Mermaiden on Brilliant Lady, which was amazing and super fun. Both of them were unreal. We have to do a whole podcast on that. Honestly, I feel like it was so crazy. We had the best freaking time. We literally did everything. Kelly made me do everything. She had a spreadsheet, and she was like, "We are going to be doing everything, single thing." And I was like, "Can I just hang out in my mega rockstar gorgeous suite?" She's like, "No, We're totally doing everything." And I was like, "Arr." So it was really cool though. I did enjoy doing everything, I have to be honest. But we're talking about entertainment today because I just want to get that out and tell you all the good things about it. So first and foremost, the new dinner show is called Up with a Twist. It does have a cost. It's $50 as of now. It actually changed from the first time I saw it on Friends and Family to the Mermaiden. So funny, it already has had a 2.0 version or maybe a 1.5 version. So it's already changed. But when we saw it the first time, which was really cool, there was 7 drinks, if I want to totally say that correctly. There were 7 alcoholic drinks. So just like Up with Another Rose, we walked in and they gave they were standing there holding a drink. But even cooler about Up with a Twist that I absolutely loved, they were passing out hors d'oeuvres. Like they had, waiters and waitresses passing out hors d'oeuvres, butler service, almost like I know there's a name for it. I totally can't think of what it is right now, but they, were passing them out. It was so freaking cool. And the little appetizers were awesome. So there was a salmon one. There was, oh my gosh, this prosciutto wrapped goat cheese crostini. Goodness, I'm trying to think of the cup. Oh, there's this little bowl of like cheese something or other, and it literally was this tiny little bowl with this tiny little spoon, and it was like Parmesan cheese or something, and it was almost like a flan based consistency, but it tasted like a Parmesan kind of garlic cheese. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And then there was, I think I said salmon, maybe I didn't, but there was a salmon one, which I don't eat fish, as we all know, so there was no eating the salmon. And there was this little thing that was vegetarian, and I cannot think for the life of me what the heck it was. It's something that I love. Chickpea. It was all chickpeas, but it was like a little square thing. I know that's the worst definition of it, but it was amazing. So anyways, they passed that around. And one of the cool things that we didn't know the first time around, or not pass around, but they go around asking you, do you want some? Do you want some? One of the cool things we did not know is there's a serious emporium in the back of the Manor. So Up with a Twist is actually in the Manor. It's in the back part that no one really kind of ever goes to because it's just dark and dingy back there. And I hate to use the word dingy because it sounds like it's dirty, but it's not. Nobody goes back there because there's nothing going on back there. Anyways, they created an emporium and the actors are there with their cute little setups, like their character. So it was really, really cute and you get to experience stuff with them. So they do some fun things with you back there. So don't miss it. Don't sit at your table and just chill there. They don't tell you to get up and walk around. Honestly, it was something that we just kind of happenstanced and was like, this is really cool. So don't miss that part to get up and go walk around in there. Well, then the show starts and it is a dinner show. So not only are you paying $50, but the $50 of course is for the alcohol, which is usually what it's for, but you're getting a full dinner and the dinner was phenomenal. So let me just read the menu. So it starts with a drink called the Ingenue, and that's the one that you get on the way in. They drop off eventually on your table herb-infused brioche, and that is maple syrup butter. Then there's the Troublemaker. That's the drink that comes out next. It's a gin drink. Then there's the salad, which is red wine poached pear salad, fennel watercress, herb goat cheese, and champagne vinaigrette. So good. Then the happy ending drink, which has tequila in it. Then you get a choice for your main dish, swordfish or grilled tenderloin. The tenderloin was phenomenal, I will tell you that. The next drink is We're All Mad Here. And then that's a rum-based drink. And the dessert is called croquembouche. Gosh, I'm sure I totally said that wrong. But that's what the dessert is called. And it's a sponge sugar pastry and a pastry cream. Think of like a pastry puff, a cream puff. And then the last drink is a socialite. It's another gin drink with Aperol and sherry. So that, like I said, that's the new menu. That's the current one that's there. But the one prior had an extra drink and an extra dessert. So it had the opera cake. Oh, the opera cake was phenomenal, but that's gone. So let's not talk about it. Let's not live in the past, 2 weeks ago. But the show itself was so good. It's based upon almost like a cabaret style place that you go to, like a cabaret basically, right? You go there and the hostess is talking about how she's quitting. She's going to live in the Caribbean and she's moving away to, retire basically. And so she's trying to give her job as the hostess to one of the actors in the show. So they're basically auditioning for you. So each act comes up and does their shtick basically. And the entire cast is uber talented. Like they're so freaking talented. It's crazy. I don't want to ruin it, but there is a tapper in there. And for me, tap is like a dying breed. Like I feel like it doesn't exist anymore. So it was super cool to see that happen. So he did some tapping, which was amazing to watch that. And every time I loved that. But even cooler part about the show is the audience actually is the one that determines the ending. So at the end, you actually vote. So you vote for your favorite act, right? And there's this little box with a light on your table and there's buttons on it and you press the button and that's how you determine who wins. So you can actually see everyone votes. You can see it lit up with green, yellow, red, and each character is pretty much dressed in a certain color. So like the tapper, I think is orange or yellow, but I think he's orange. The aerialist is green. So you press the color in correspondence with the act that you really, really liked. And it was just a fun show. And then, of course, whoever wins gets to do their final act of the presentation of them becoming the hostess. And they do one final song, dance, whatever it may be their shtick was, like I said. But really, really cool. You do leave there uber drunk because it's a lot of alcohol and they're putting it like it comes out like you're not even done with your drink and there's another one. It just keeps coming. It's hysterical. You're like, I'm not done with this one. So the first time that we saw it, we walked out with like 3 drinks because we hadn't finished them all. But the second time, because they had cut one out, we didn't end with so much. And I was a little bit more prepared. So if you are seeing Up with the Twist, be prepared that you need to drink, because that's going to help you get through it. Not because the show's bad, but because they're just bringing a lot of alcohol. So that's Up with the Twist. Please don't miss it. I'm telling you right now, it's amazing. You won't be disappointed. And I absolutely love it. They did a phenomenal job with it. The next show is Murder in the Manor. It's also in the Manor because obviously it's called Murder in the Manor. And it's a cute show. I will say it's a little campy, a little wholesome, in my opinion, for Virgin. But it's cute. I wouldn't say that it's a murder mystery. Like everyone's excited about it because of the name of it, but I wouldn't say that I absolutely love it. So I enjoyed it. I did see it twice. So I saw it once in the trade show in the UK, because I did go to 2 trade shows while we were gone. I saw it there, but I saw it with a door in the way. And I, honest to God, I walked out hating it. I was like, that was the worst show I've ever seen. Probably because I couldn't see it. So when we were actually on the Friends and Family, we sat right in the front. We got there early, sat right in the front, and was able to see the show. And I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. But it definitely is a song and dance murder mystery. Has a cute storyline, definitely campy, shticky, all those kind of things. Not cheeky, not Virgin in that sense, but it's entertaining. So that's Murder in the Manor. Let me go back and say Murder in the Manor is the same cast as Up with a Twist. It's the exact same cast. So uber talented. And the cast is actually really talented. Duets is pretty much what it says. It's duets, like famous duets out there, and they're all just, they come on and they sing them. They sing a bunch of them. It's the same cast as Up with a Twist. And then Out of Time is the other show. So Out of Time is the one that's in the Red Room, and that show is fun to watch. I can't say again that I loved it. I was knocked out, dropped dead, blown away by it, but the performers were phenomenal. The cast was phenomenal. How do I explain it? It's a little hokey. It reminds me a little bit of, hello campy again, Very not Virgin, in my opinion, only because it's very wholesome. Like, there's no limits pushed. It's basically your basic Broadway style show with music and dancing with a little bit more zhuzh to it, maybe. I don't know. I know I'm not giving the best example of it, but I wasn't uber impressed. I'm going to be honest with you. It's your Broadway style show, but not Broadway. Obviously, it's not a musical of any sorts. It's someone, created it. It's about a scientist who created a time traveling machine, and they travel through time, and each dance number is at a different time frame. So that's cute and it's fun. Like, they go back to the dinosaur age, so Everybody Walk the Dinosaur was one of the songs. And then they go to the 50s. So they go to all these different all these different times, and they dance to that music basically. So, and they sing the songs, obviously. So it's cute. Don't get me wrong. It's entertaining. It's just nothing spectacular in my opinion, but still entertaining. So don't want to, disappoint you in any way, shape, or form. But I think that it's great. Still go see it. Let's see what else. Those were the 4 new shows. There's also new parties on board. Electric was one of them. Oh my gosh. We had the best time in Electric. It was a neon party. So bring all of your neon, bring all of your 80s gear if you want. We had the best time. I wouldn't say that they played 80s music. There was hip hop during that, 90s, 80s, 90s, right now hip hop. The music was phenomenal, but it was definitely neon. So make sure that you bring, all your neon stuff. We actually ended up ordering stuff for the next one because we didn't know that that's what it was for friends and family. So we ordered all the neon stuff for the second one. It had the best time. So we had neon lipstick. Like, we had a really good time. It was good times. We wore glasses. Gosh, I don't even remember what else we had on. Oh, headband. I had a headband on. It was really good and super fun. So definitely check that out. And then Disco Reimagined was really fun. It was another disco party, so you could totally dress up if you wanted to in your 70s disco gear. They played disco all night long. I'm not a massive fan of disco, but I think it's an easy party to throw, in my opinion. So I think that's why Virgin kind of resorts to it. Also, it was, let's be honest, Richard Branson's age. So I think it's easy for them to do it. But they did it with a twist, so it does have a show aspect to it. So there's a bunch of performers. The dual reality cast actually performs there. So they were, doing tricks and whatnot and all kinds of fun stuff there. So that was super fun to see. And then when the stage lowers, they kind of go away and everyone dances to disco. My favorite. That's basically what it was. So that's the nightly entertainment. Obviously, there's festival stage that's involved in there, which means if you don't know what festival stage is, that is like when they bring in an act. So we had a hypnotist on the first time. The second time we had a comedian magician. I'm trying to think of all the people that we saw. We had comedians. We had double trouble comedians. So we had all kinds of different acts that came in. And that's what festival stage is. So definitely check that out because it's super fun to see. And then there's obviously your typical bands, right? There's tons of bands around. We had great bands on theirs. We had a band called the White Rooms on the Crossing. They were not there on the Mermaiden, which was kind of sucky because they were phenomenal. They were an amazing band. And they actually played a couple times in the Manor, which was super fun. And then we had a duo called Matt and Zach. Matt Walden is actually his name. He was phenomenal. And Zach, I don't know what Zach's last name was, but they were a duo and they actually played separately a lot. They did a really good job. So I love those. We also had Slam Allen. So Slam was on our sailing as well. It's the second one, not the first one. Slam replaced the White Rooms. So look for that. There's all those different bands, but those are the new parties. That's the new entertainment. That's the nightly entertainment. I've yet to talk about all of the fun new events that they have. So they have some really cool, fun new events that I absolutely loved. We had so much fun doing them. Some of my favorites include All Hands on Deck, I think, or maybe it's just Hands on Deck. I keep saying all. And the secret suitcases. Oh my gosh. So we're going to talk about that next episode because I absolutely love those. And that's kind of a lot to talk about. So check out the entertainment, get on Brilliant Lady because honestly, it was so cool. I'm going to go over it again, like there are different changes. I know we've kind of talked about it and haven't, but there's a change on Deck 7 where the draft house is completely redone and reimagined. And there's also the living room. I like to call it the living room because there's a TV there, there's couches, there's a table. It's so cool. And that's where that big red table used to be on all the other ships. So I call it the living room. And they moved shore things over to the other side where that was kind of the living room, but now this one is. It's much bigger and has a lot more space. So that's been reimagined. And then upstairs on deck 16 is really cool. They flipped the beds, they twisted them, made them face out, and they put a glass wall up so you can see out. So basically when we go to Alaska, you can chill and see the whales out the back there and try and get some sun. So I'm trying to think what else was really changed. Brilliant Lady also got the Grounds Club 2 upstairs, that bar that, I don't think maybe that is the name of it. The bar that Scarlet Lady in the galley, where they changed it into a bar instead of just a coffee house. So the bar is up there as well on Brilliant Lady. And I'm probably missing something. Oh, and then of course the cabins. So the cabins were changed. There's the slightly smaller balcony has 2 hammocks and not just one. So those are kind of their biggest changes. And obviously decor is going to be different. So those are her biggest changes. That's entertainment. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to see you again. We're going to talk about all this stuff that you can do during the day, like dip, baby, dip, dip, baby, dip. That's one of them, if I'm saying it right. And the other one that was one of my favorites was hands on deck. So we'll talk next week. Thanks for joining. I'll leave you with my favorite phrase, which is, you float our boat, and we'll see you next week. Bye.